Hey everybody, welcome back to day 36 of my non-alcoholic beer and gin review series. So those who might be just checking this out for the first time, it was my New Year's resolution not to have anything to drink for the month of January, and to make it fun, we were tasting a different non-alcoholic beer or gin every day. Problem is, when we hit the end of January, made it, didn't drink anything, we still have a ton of beers to get through. So we're rolling it over into dry February, and we're going to keep going. So today we are tasting the BSA. So the brand is simply Beer Sans Alcohol, Alcool. Yeah, Beer Sans Alcool. And on their website it's just bsa.beer. So that's the brand, and it just looks like, on the English side it's just non-alcoholic beer, IPA, and then on the bottom they call it a smooth IPA. So this one was interesting. I don't know if it's owned by another brewery or company or what. They're based out of Montreal, Quebec. There is, what do we have? 80 calories per can. Ingredients are water, malted barley, oats, hops, and yeast. And it's not on the can, but I did look it up online, and they list it at 45 IBU, and they mention Galaxy hops on their website, but they don't talk about any other hops, so I don't know if there's more than just that. So these guys were quite an interesting looking website. They have very wide distribution throughout Ontario, Quebec, and BC, which is my province, even all the way up north as far as Prince George, where they're serving it in one restaurant, and it looks like Trench Brewing, one of the microbreweries, is carrying it. You can find it in a number of different private liquor stores going down Highway 97, 97. I can't remember, the one that goes down to Vancouver. And lots of locations in Vancouver and on the island. So that's kind of cool. It seems like their focus is non-alcoholic beers. They have a smooth IPA, a tropical sour, a raspberry sour, a lime lemon sour, a blonde, and an orange white. So quite a few different styles, lots of sours. Sours aren't really my thing, but that's okay. Anyways, let's give this one a pour. Okay, nice pale golden color, fairly clear, not too, just a light haze. Really decent head, kind of medium to finer bubble that's holding not too bad. So you might have noticed I often kind of say something about the head, and then there's a pause and the video breaks in, and that's because I usually go and take a shot of the can and the head, and in that time the head's still holding pretty decent on this beer. So that's impressive for a non-alcoholic beer, because generally speaking they seem to be more carbonated. The bubbles pour quite large, and it goes, and then boom, it collapses into nothing. This is still holding. There's even a little bit of lacing where it's holding up, just kind of like staying on the side of the glass as the rest of the head comes down. Pretty cool. So let's check out the nose on that one. Oh. Get rid of the Stella label. Yeah, there's no solids in the bottom of the can. I did give it a tip earlier, just like to make sure, because they do say it has a light haze, but it doesn't have much haziness in it to me. A little bit of tropical fruit, some medium amount of hops, something else in there too. Kind of that peach, passion fruit. Seems a lot of the Quebec IPAs have quite a bit of fruit on the nose. It's probably coming from the Galaxy hops. Just check out the can. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, so a little bit more piney, spruce, resinous sort of hops, and a sweeter fruit, more like a passion fruit than the peach. Very nice. Very nice nose. Okay, let's go in for the taste. Cheers. Oh, that is good, man. So quite a bit of fruit. It's a tiny bit sweet, but there is some hops and bitterness there to back it up, which I always like. And you've probably, if you watched any of my videos, you've noticed that if it's just sweet fruit up front, I'm not a big fan of that, especially if you're going to call it an IPA. There should be some hops, and there definitely is in this. So there's some sweet peach, passion fruit. Yeah, especially on the finish, you just get a nice hit of a little hoppy bitterness and a little bit of sweet passion fruit. It's a really well balanced blend. Mouthfeel is nice, which kind of goes along with the fact that there's, like you can see here when I've been drinking it, the head stayed on the side of the glass. It's kind of unusual for a non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, and it tastes like beer. There's a little bit of maltiness. It's almost a nutty note. Yeah, kind of like almond marzipan. This is a really good beer. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's just a really nice balance between the fruit, the malt, the hoppiness, great mouthfeel. Bubble is just the perfect size in my mouth. It's not overly carbonated like a lot of non-alcoholic beers are. I would say that's the best one we've tasted yet in our tasting. So I'm going to give that a score of 9 out of 10, which is, like I said, the best we've given out by far. It's great to see that I can get this in BC. That makes me a happy camper. But I did get this originally on Upside Drinks. I can't remember what the price was. I'm sure I will throw it in the edit after for you so you can judge it for its value. And anyways, that's it for today, for day 36. After a couple days in a row of sort of substandard beers, I'm glad we got a winner again. We have had a lot of really decent beers throughout this tasting, so I would suggest you go, if you enjoyed this review, go back through our channel, maybe subscribe, follow, get the notifications, and you can see as we upload new ones. We've got a bunch more to go, like I said, plus we've already got 35 more you could go back and check on. Anyways, thanks very much.